the UK revised all its tax arrangements with its overseas and territories and crown dependencies, and this is part of that process. And also with Brexit, there's been an imperative more on the government of Gibraltar to press for this, which we've never had one before, and this is a whole new venture for Gibraltar to have a full double taxation treaty in this form.
And what is a double tax treaty in itself?
So where individuals and companies do business across borders between different jurisdictions, and they can maybe be resident in both jurisdictions, then the two jurisdictions involved can clash over their different tax laws. The double taxation agreement is designed to eliminate all those clashes, whether it's over residence or whether who's got rights to tax different kinds of income depending on where they arise and where the individual company is resident. So it gives certainty across the two jurisdictions on tax arrangements cross-border.
So in terms of Gibraltar often being labelled as a tax haven, I suppose this is something that works in our favour to buff the brand?
So yes, it does. I mean, one of the things that people talk about with tax havens is a lack of a treaty network. This is a treaty with our home country, for want of a better phrase, and the rest of the world won't give us treaties if UK hasn't given us a treaty. So it's a necessary step to establishing a wider treaty network.
And what are some of the aspects of the double taxation agreement with the UK?
Well, it resolves the taxation of interest which arises in one country or to a resident in the other country. It resolves conflicts for people who are dual resident and how you work out which country has taxing rights over them, and in general establishes a framework for interaction between the two sets of authorities.
And why has Gibraltar never had this with the UK?
And that's a very interesting question that I frankly don't have the answer to. 20 years ago, I was told that it was just one of those things that happened. I think it's pretty much time that we do have this. It's important for Gibraltar as a global jurisdiction to have double taxation treaties, particularly in this form, which is the standard international OECD-sponsored gold standard form.
No doubt it's all about the benefits, the positives. What are the weak points of a tax agreement? Are there any losses for Gibraltar in it?
There's nothing surprising here, and I actually don't think there's any drawback. I can imagine there will be some times where Gibraltar used to get some tax, but UK will get all the tax now. But then there'll be some times where UK used to get some tax and Gibraltar will get all the tax now. I think it's basically a politically very positive, but I don't think there are any real drawbacks that I can see.
Now, the big corporations, the big corporates, they'll be switched on to the advantages and the protocols and regulations. The average person, how would they benefit from this?
It should grow the economy with our cross-border trade and fiduciaries like the company management company and the trust sector. They should grow, and therefore there'll be more work in the economy. But I can't see it impacting on the local guy that goes to work in Gibraltar and doesn't own anything in the UK.